why it is necessary? Because you know what is happening in the world, not only in India. I don't blame India में, फिर भी बहुत सारी चीजें अच्छी हैं आजकल. nowadays everything is actually falling in place. अच्छी चीजें हो रही हैं, अच्छा हो रहा है. But then you should know, not only women, men also should know how to protect themselves, how to safeguard themselves.
Right.
We never know what is going to happen. So this is our strength. When you are trained, you have that mental strength with you. You know, you will not be in a low self-esteem. So self-defense, everyone should get into this.
Hello everyone, I am Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Tap Tech Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Dr. Breeze Tripathi. She is currently working with NCERT and she has been a member of Child Welfare Committee. She also runs a self-defense training and also a social activist, a certified master trainer for EWRS by WCD Ministry, and has trained more than 18,000 plus underprivileged girls on the last 8 years free of cost. She also did NCS training, career counseling, an initiative by Labor and Employment Ministry. Besides, she has also been taking seminars and making children aware of the POSCO Act. She has thus sensitized many women and children, especially adolescents, on safe and unsafe touches, self-defense, and women's safety. She is a national silver medalist in Taekwondo, Korean art as well. Academically, she has obtained a Ph.D. in management, also along with dual master's degree in MBA and Psychology. To her credit, she is also a published and presented more than 10 papers in international and national journals and conferences. An academician turned counselor, she has dedicated 27 years of her life towards social work and various other related fields, and has received many awards for her philanthropic activities, which include national level awards as well. Today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome ma'am, the platform is open and now over to you.
Thank you so much, Jitin. Well, as you have already introduced me, so basically, I'm really an academician turned social worker, but still I am into my academics. I'm working in NCERT, as Jitin said. So, the societal inclination or societal work always, somewhere it was my interest. Because that's why I started an NGO called Rakshita Welfare Society, wherein I put my self-defense activities, my women empowerment, whatever I can do for the women, underprivileged girls or women in this society. I go for this skill training, and I have paid SHGs, and we work for the children as well, the malnutrition children, those who are living in the rural area. We identify them, and we put our own efforts with the doctors team, and we do all the health initiatives where they we convert them to healthy baby. And we have received an award called World's Greatest Awards for turning 630 children, malnutrition children, to the healthy category. And recently we have received that award for Rakshita Welfare Society, and we work in the area of Vidisha, Sironj, where Rajesh Patel, my vice president of my welfare society, he looks after all these malnutrition category children, and we are working there great. So you can shoot your questions. I think this will be doing.
Sure ma'am, that is really wonderful to know about what all activities you are doing. That is really wonderful. So if I talk about your past life, how it has affected the person who you wanted to be in your life and what you are.
Past See, if you ask this question, I will say that there is no one or there is nothing which affected my past. Yes, but you can say we were like two sisters, and we were not having any brothers. And that time, if I look back, 30 years, 40 years back, then I find that like nowadays, these girls, they are having freedom. They can move around, midnight. They can freely walk on the road, and they are, see, everything. See, because of my experience and what work I do, I can definitely say that girls are more safer on, presently, currently everything is positive. So that time I faced many things, like, just because there was no one to ask these boys, or they used to tease us. So that time I become again a tomboy sort of. My personality somewhere turned up to a tomboy, and I myself decided that yes, I will protect my sister. She was like, the elder one to me, but this somehow, this particular, you say, no, something came into my inside side, that yes, I am the one who can protect her, who should protect her. So I started fighting, giving them back to the boys, and rough tough kind of personality I have developed. My mother, she is the one who actually identified that yes, I can do good in martial art. So she sent me to learn martial art, and I have become a national player. And in Korean karate, Taekwondo, it is famous now. That time it was not famous. People used to ask, why you are sending your girls for martial art? Send them to a nursing college. They will learn something. These kind
Right.
of thoughts were there for, yeah. So that is what, then I, you can say, I just moved randomly. I moved my life, and somewhere this social activism and self defense, or you can say martial art, or you can say fighting back was there with me, and it was consistently with me.
Great.
Yes.
So that's really wonderful. That is what I also think sometimes, that all women, all girls should learn martial art for self-defense. That is really important, because you never know where you would need it. So if I talk about things you are passionate about in your life, you just mentioned it, but I'm still asking, what are those things you are passionate about?
I'm still passionate about sports. I'm still passionate about my self defense. I'm passionate about working. You can say workaholic. I'm obsessed about work. Even if I'm having a holiday, or I'm having a day without work, I find something to get into. I like to be busy. And the thing is that, see, I told you before that I am very much inclined towards social service. So my passion is still all these things: social service, martial art, self defense, and teaching. You can see that past 27 years I'm teaching. So teaching is also one of my passion. But if you want me to rate it, then first is my martial art, and second is my social work, and third is my teaching. These are my passion, which actually make me moving.
Wonderful. So you've been working on all these three aspects. That's really a wonderful thing. And
Yeah,
also,
it is
you don't
great
like
path.
taking holidays. That is another one. So
Yeah, I don't
that,
want to be idle. I don't want to sit idle, without any work. I find something or the other. I do
right.
gardening. I do something or the other. I spend time with my children, and teach them something good for the society again. And see, everyone should do this. Then
Correct.
only you will develop your own personality. Wasting time
Definitely.
is not a positive.
Definitely. And like whatever you are taking from society, you also give back to society.
Right. You have to
Great.
give back to the society. Yes.
So, ma'am, if I talk about your work and experiences, like how you started your career, what all you did so far, and how you got into social service and everything.
Okay, this is an interesting question for me, because I have done many things, lot of things. I have, you can say that, every time I used to put myself into the situation and ask for my own space. When I achieve one thing, I always start for the other. I always urge for the other. Okay, this I got. Then can I have the other one? Can I have the other one? I always find my space. Will you give me little space so that I can move on? This kind of, because there was no one who could push me. There was no one who could support me. See, the thing is that my journey started as, like as every student start their journey with school activities or studying. But my mother, she was actually an inspiration every all the time, still till date. She put us into drawing, painting, martial art, music, dance, whatnot. So she said, don't become a perfectionist, don't become become a master, go for jack, jack of all. So she was like of this feeling that become a jack of all, सब कुछ सीखो, learn everything, so that whenever a situation arise, you should be able to tackle that. Driving and cycling and bike riding, what not, everything we have gone through. Then when it came to my career option or what to choose as a career, that time it is like we are old people, like it's not like nowadays everything is there, you can choose n number of options, you can choose your career from n number of options. But we were having only commerce, science and maths. So I always wanted to become commando in army and military, like army man always fascinated me. So my dream was like, I will become an army officer. So somehow I was not good at maths and I never liked science. So I took this commerce. So I jumped into a corporate world. I ended up into a corporate world, you can say. So for commerce graduate, there was nothing for, army never had a commerce background job. After many years, they have started logistic and all that stuff. So anyways, that was not in my, you can say, my luck was not there. It was not supporting. Then I worked for 12 years in corporates as regional manager, as zonal manager, and I actually worked very hard. As I told you, I'm a workaholic, so I have put in a lot of efforts to manage the targets, and I was good at that. Then finally, in 2001, I got married, and when my first baby came into my life, I thought I should not work in the corporates. Academics is good so that I can give some time to my family. So this is how I again I took a turn back to my academic career. Now till now I am continuing it as a passion now. As I told you, it's my third passion, teaching. So
Right.
I have worked with many colleges. Yeah.
That's really wonderful. So, if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years, what that should be?
I don't know about tomorrow even. When I go to sleep, I always think that tomorrow, if I see tomorrow, then it will be, it is a present from the God. Because see, I don't keep this kind of goal. But yes, I always tell this to my children even, that don't waste your time. Even if, if you are not able to work sometimes, then do something creative. So my goal is like doing something for this society. And I have like worked with plantation, skill development, self defense, and malnutrition, and you can say this mensuration, everything. All these which is required, I have touched. Now I want to go for social entrepreneurship. This is my, you can say, it's a dream type. I want to give employment to the women who is in need, those who cannot work, other, like cleaning or these kind of work is not for everyone. There are women who want to do something, sitting at their sitting in their home and looking after their family. So I want to give them some work. I want to set up a social entrepreneurship where I can actually put all these kind of women into one platform and they make let them make the product, and we will be hiring them, and making them financially stable. And this is my actually dream, you can say.
That's
So
really
within a
wonderful.
year or two, I will be into this plan.
That's
Yeah.
really wonderful, like including these women who are not able to get work. So, including them towards any kind of employment would definitely
Right.
be a wonderful thing, because there are many women who want to work but they don't find actually work for themselves. Maybe due to like staying
Right.
in village, probably there are not much of the opportunities available, and also they cannot travel longer distances due to family reasons, or maybe so we should create some kind of support towards them, like similar that to that of Lizard Papad, which is a like brand which was done like built by few women initially. Now they are employed like many women around the villages to like
Right.
villages. So that is kind of a social cause
This kind
we need.
of something with similar thing. I
Right.
just want to make them financially stable. It is very
Correct.
much required. That is the need of the hour,
That
you
will
can say.
help them to grow their children basically with all the amenities and education, support them for education. That would be the great help.
See what is happening nowadays. Let me tell you where the society is going. Like the Western country, father, mother, both husband, wife, they are going for the job, and they are not. I was in the child welfare committee. So as if you know what is child welfare committee, there comes the abandoned children with some kind of like POXO activities or something, harassment, all these stuff. When they come to us, I always used to think, when this was happening, or the child was not in the house and she was going through a trauma or bad thing, where was their parents? माँ कहाँ थी? माँ काम पे गई थी. पापा भी सुबह से काम पे चले आते हैं. अच्छा, तुम अकेले रहते हो घर में? हाँ, अकेले रहते. Obviously, when she is staying alone in the house, anything can happen, and we are not able to give moral teaching, a value teaching to our children. Why? Because we are so much tired in the evening. We are doing work whole day. We are not talking to our children. We are not giving quality time to them, and they are not learning anything, because nuclear family again, no dadima, no granny is there to teach them good things. So if I provide a platform that mother can present there in the house, at the home, taking care of
Employment.
children, teaching them some good things,
Correct.
then we can develop, we can actually recoup the society again in a good term.
Correct.
That is what my whole idea is, that एक अच्छा समाज का निर्माण कर सकते हैं जो
Correct.
खत्म हो गया है.
Employment at home can be a thing which we can work upon.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, ma'am, if I talk about the most important life lessons you have learned from your personal and professional journey, so what are those things?
Good question, because yesterday only I was telling someone, I do some counseling, if I go for parental counseling and student counseling. Why I have done my MA in psychology? Because I feel that whatever I have learned in my life, I should share it with other people. One should not learn it. So I feel that you should learn from others. What you say, mistakes. If you spend time for making mistake and learning lessons, that is a waste of again time. That is a waste of time. So I always tell people that if I have learned a lesson, please hear it out from me, and take it as a lesson for your life. So don't waste time for making a mistake. I have learned many things, that when we are young, we waste time. What people, what my friend is doing. Oh, she has got more than me. He has got, he is popular more than me. Or, we get into gossips. We get into things that, my friend said bad about me, and someone else is getting success. Success is again different aspect for everybody. But if I come 10 times in the Facebook or Twitter, someone else will be getting jealous. If someone else is coming, then again from my heart will be burning out that, oh, she got the success. All these are, nothing. I mean, you should not. These are the things which actually spoiling your inner side, your inner
Right.
peace. So I have learned that concentrate on your journey, concentrate on your family, do good to the society, and be positive. When you are positive, you get inner peace. And you are not positive, then if you go to Sadguru or you go to any other guru, you will never get inner peace. When you meditate, things will come to your mind that, Mr. X is having success more than me, Mr. Y is doing this. If these are in my mind, then I will never get inner peace. So I have learned lesson, do good, you will get good. This universe always give back whatever you throw. I mean, whatever you give, it will automatically come to your side. This
Right.
is the gravitational force, this is the energy.
Correct. And you wonderfully
Okay, thank
elaborated
you.
it. Whatever we
Hmm.
give to society, we get back.
That will come
So
back.
that is a really important one. Like we should be very like thoughtful of what we are doing, what we are creating for the society. So that is how we can see things in a positive perspective.
Yes.
Great, ma'am. That is really wonderful. And like
Thank you.
you have been doing training on self-defense, and you have trained more than 18,000 plus girls. So how you got this idea, or how you thought that it is really needed?
Okay. There was a question. How did your past affected your
Yeah,
as a
first one,
person? How did
first
your
question.
past affected? That was the first question. So I can reconnect the question with this question, because self defense, as I told you, it is my passion. Okay, as a child I learned it for doing some dishum bishum with my opponent, boy opponent, because as I told you, we were two sisters. And mera ek hi there was only one aim कि लड़कों को मारना है, that's it, बस इतना ही aim था. But you know what happened, things happen in the society, whatever, something happens to the society, some incident, and it affects you badly. Sometimes it affects you positively, sometimes it affects you negatively, and you are so deep into it that you decide something to do. I have trained more than 20,000 girls. And these 20,000 girls, I never took a penny for training them.
Okay.
Whenever an organization calls me for training and they are paying me, I don't count that in this. That is different thing. That is my sort of job. But when I train fully free of cost, and I take a note that underprivileged girls only I train, because they need it mostly. What happened, if you remember Nirbhaya Hatyakand.
Right.
When Nirbhaya Hatyakand, I was training these girls just so that they should learn some self-defense and they should protect themselves. Safe. They should have a safe time. They can move around without any fear. All this was in my mind. When this Nirbhaya Kand happened, it actually somewhere it hit me very, somewhere in depth of my heart. I was weeping out. I said, had it been possible that, like, no, she was a self-defense, trained girl, or she should have known some karate. At least she could have fight back. She could have protected her for few hours or few minutes. This was like she was all without any support. She went through a very bad time. That time I decided, no, I will take it as a mission. I will be training girls, and I took a Madhya Pradesh tour, and I went every nook and corner I touched. I gathered girls, and people also supported me more than, in one take I have trained 400 and sometimes 250 girls in one stake. So people also like they have supported that, yes, madam ne kuch, she has decided to touch, perform a mission. So this was there. This incident actually somewhere gave me a insight that I should train. I should go for this self defense training. This
Right.
was the one major reason.
Correct, and that is really shocking. Like whenever we hear these type of events, that is really shocking.
Yeah.
So that is the need of an hour, that every girl should be, every woman should be trained with self-defense techniques. And also one more interesting thing which we were talking before the interview, you just mentioned me that you do these self-defense training wearing sari. So how easy or difficult it is to do martial art with sari?
Yes, first of all, let me clear that martial art and self defense both are like, from one family, they are siblings. Without
Right.
martial art, you can do self defense, but self defense again is a term of martial art. So when I train people, students, if I go for taekwondo training or karate or something else, then it will again take years to train them. Getting
Right.
my point? If I say that I will train you, you have to come to me for years, then only you become a master. You can fight back. But my self defense is I have created my own steps to train within hours. You get that training and you become a master within hours. So if I do 1 day program, a person is able to perform or able to protect herself or himself when he is in a jeopardy or he is in a bad situation.
Right.
So talking about sadi, what happened, I went for a program, and I have been told that for a club I was going for a program, again the self defense only. So the lady told me that you have to do some presentation only. So as a professor, I thought presentation means PPT, right? So I took my PPT so that I can tell them that what is harassment or what is self defense and how you can protect yourself, all that stuff. When I went there with wearing a sari and all, so one reporter asked, दैनिक भास्कर reporter asked, साड़ी में कोई self defense करता है क्या? How can one perform self defense in sari? ये तो मतलब he asked in a sarcastic manner.
Right.
That time, then and there itself, I decided today I will perform in sari, and it was a huge hit. And I have performed every step in sari only, and it was hit. And I told them that whatever our traditional wear, whatever our situation, when we get into a bad situation, एक खतरे में हम जब जाते हैं, तो हम ये नहीं देखते हैं what we are wearing. We don't see that, every time we are not in a track suit or in a jeans or in a trouser. Correct. Or salwar suit. We are Indians, we will be wearing a sari. So I have again brushed up and filtered my techniques so that every woman could perform these activities wearing a sari. So
Correct.
This was a huge hit, and in Madhya Pradesh I am the only one.
And that is really important though, because when you are in dangerous situation or you stuck in such kind of a situation, you cannot ask the people to stay there and wait for you until you go and change your clothing. So that is not possible. So you have to be ready,
Right.
whatever you are wearing, however the situation is. So you pointed out rightly that Indian traditional clothing, sari or maybe salwar or maybe some Rajasthani dress also, kurta and pajamas,
Yes.
kurtas and other what we call it as. So you cannot have a choice of changing clothes. So you have to be ready wherever situation you are in.
Right.
Great. So that is a wonderful thought. Like clothing is just aspect of wearing whatever you love or whatever you follow. The most important thing is you should be ready in any situation. So,
Right.
ma'am, now very important questions. Why learning self-defense is so important for every woman or girl these days? Like earlier, we used to have much more difficult situations, but still things are not yet like made it better as we should have around, because still there are challenges that women cannot go out during the night or odd hours. It's still a big problem.
Yes. Why it is important? You should answer me that. you are a man, all the men should answer me why it is important to for a woman or a girl child to learn this self-defense activities. Whenever I go for a seminar, I always say that I don't want to perform this. Really, I don't want to perform. I want a society where women can move freely, where women can, just go around in the midnight. There was an ad of I think a car manufacturer where he these corporate, they showed that there is a woman who is very afraid of getting dark, and no one is there to pick her up. She is waiting for her husband, and there are again a few characters, they show that someone is waiting for the gym, from the gym, that koi aaye aur mujhe pick kare, and suddenly every lights just it is the lights are put on, and chai ka nukkad and park and all the places where the men are supposed to hang around in the middle of the night, or you can say at the dark time, women are hanging out without fear. And that ad actually somewhere, again, I'm very much impressed with that ad कि काश ऐसा ही होता,
Correct.
ये दुनिया ऐसे ही होती. Why it is necessary? Because what is happening in the world, not only in India. I don't blame India में, फिर भी बहुत सारी चीजें अच्छी हैं आजकल. Nowadays everything is actually falling in place. अच्छी चीजें हो रही हैं, अच्छा हो रहा है. But then you should know, not only women, men also should know how to protect themselves, how to safeguard themselves.
Right.
We never know what is going to happen. So this is our strength. When you are trained, you have that mental strength with you. You will not be in a low self-esteem. So self-defense, everyone should get into this. Like आर्मी का जो ट्रेनिंग होता है विदेशों में, ऐसे ही हमारे यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. पहले के जमाने में होता था ना, इसलिए थोड़ी होता था कि रेप हो रहा है, इसलिए होता था कि हमारा इनर स्ट्रेंथ बढ़े.
Correct.
Okay.
Inner strength, and as well as you should be like trained well to protect yourself or other people when it is in need. So both ways, it is really important, and also it keeps you healthy as well. Like practicing it daily or regularly, it keeps you healthy as well. So that is really important one. So great to know like your take on this, like why we need self-defense and how important it is. So onto it, I must say we should learn self-defense wherever possible, and it is important for men and women both. So ma'am, coming back to you again, if I talk about you, are you an introvert or an extrovert kind of a person while meeting or meeting people or large audiences?
Okay. What did you felt? What do you feel?
I think you are much more extrovert, but still I'm asking you.
See, I'm an extrovert. You might have started feeling the vibes that whenever, even if I'm meeting a person for the first time, I am like, I don't know. I never feel low, or I never feel nervous. I like to talk, and when I face audience, more than 1,500 audiences is there, or 15,000 audience is there, my take is same. I mean, my attitude is same. I go, I present myself, my subject, what I'm into, why I'm there. First of all, I look at the audience pulse. That is required when you attend, whether it is 2% or whether it is 15,000 person. You should feel the pulse. You get time. You get 5 minutes, 10 minutes time to just read out. What I was saying, that whether it is one person or 15,000 person, it hardly matters. Just go through the pulse. Just have a look. And if you are like, if you are a good person, a good observer or observing personality, you will get the nerve of the audience. Sometimes, as I told you that they may be offensive, they may be very inactive, they may show you that they are not interested in your talk, but connect with them. How you can connect with them? Just look at their face and just go through, as I said, go through a punchline or something. You will feel that they take interest in you. Then never be on the stage. Get into the crowd. Go to them and talk what they want to listen, what they are going through. We all are going through the same phases, same phase of our life. So whatever you say, why these motivational people are so popular nowadays, because what they are saying is happening to us and we get connected with them. Yes, right, he is saying so true. Why these all babas are popular? Because what we are in deep trouble. I don't know why. We are just spoiling our everyday 24 hours. God has given us 24 hours, and in that 24 hours we are just putting an end to our life. We are just so sad, and it's like why I'm here, why I'm in the earth, on the earth, like this kind of feeling we are having. So what I want to say is, when you go to the audience, I'm so extrovert that I just adapt myself to the audience, and everything fall in the right place.
And you rightly
That's it.
pointed out everybody is facing similar kind of challenges, similar kind of problems,
Yeah.
whether it is related to career, whether it is related to relationships, whether it is related to money,
Yes. Same.
whatever we talk about. So everybody is in the same boat. So that is
Yes.
the beauty of like thing we can connect to people. We always miss out on that, but it really helps. So
Right. Right.
amazing to hear that, ma'am. So if I talk about your journey, like you have been through so many things. So who were the people supported you the most?
See, when I was when I was a child, or you can say adolescent, my mother, Srimati Indu Nair, she was a passport officer. So she was a homemaker as well as a
Working
government
professional.
servant. Yeah, and she was blend of housewife and working professional. So I always saw her managing so well things, at home and office, both she was managing, and she was really an inspiration for me at that time, and she always supported me. She never said that you are a girl, don't do this. She always say, go, if you want to do it, go, do that, but look at your safety. And she never let us go alone anywhere, but she never said no to anything which we wanted to have, anything, any demand. It was not like that, no, I will not give. She always tried to give it to us, so that we can enjoy life. And she has taught me so many things in my life. When I am married, like now I am married, when I got married, my husband supported me. And I'm not saying to please anyone. This is a fact that I was a raw, you can say raw material, when I got married. But my language, command over my language, and how to speak in front of people, what the do's and don'ts, and how to write. I write for the newspapers and magazines as well. So how to write, how to put good words into it, everything he taught me well. Every time, like वो कहते हैं ना, निंदक नियरे राखी kind of thing was there. And he always tried to, don't say this, this particular accent is bad, speak Hindi in a good manner. I am basically a Keralite, so my Hindi was like somewhere a bit of harshness was there. He taught me how to pronounce good Urdu, everything. He's still a support, but present my son, he's a big supporter. My mother-in-law, she is a big supporter for me. Wherever I go, she always pour her blessings to me, and she says she pours abundance of blessings, and this is actually my strength. And my elder son Gunaditya, he is every time, mommy, do this, mommy, why don't you read a book, this is not the time to watch, why you are wasting time watching TV, this is a new book, read this, every time supporting. And if I'm stuck up with somewhere writing or reading or anything, he is always there. He's like a helping hand plus a support, backbone of my system, you can say.
Right.
So
That is
I
really
actually want to
wonderful.
thank, yeah, I want to thank 4 person in my life: my mother, my husband, my mother-in-law, and my son.
Wonderful. So, like, if I talk about your motivation and your inspiration, how you get your motivation and inspiration in your life?
Motivation. See, let me tell you one thing. Have you ever given it a thought that when you achieve one thing, you suddenly feel that this was not my goal? there is something else I have to achieve. अच्छा हो गया, okay, अरे ये नहीं, अभी मुझे कुछ और करना था. When you reach a stage, when you touch the ceiling, what you say, there is a vacuum. You feel that there is something else to achieve. So this is my inspirational, you can say, pack, that when I achieve one thing in my life, people say success in my life, I feel that there is something else to try on. So this is my inspirational quote. I don't, it is nothing like quote, but yes, this is my feeling of
Correct,
inspiration.
correct. You keep on trying other thing when you are
Yes,
through
yes.
with one. Great,
Ah,
wonderful. So that's really a wonderful way of seeing things. Like once you are done with one thing, you should not stuck to that. You should move ahead and try other.
yes.
So on the same note, if I talk about success, what is your take on that, and what do you feel about success?
See, success is different for different people, right? So for me, I don't consider myself as success. If you are coming on Facebook or Twitter, or when people are searching your name on Google and it is showing n number of things that you are doing, is this success? I mean, this may popularize you. This is your popularity, not success. Success is what? You have aimed for something, some dream, and you achieved it, and you feel that yes, I'm successful. Maybe for Mukesh Ambani, success maybe that time it was 2G, 4G, now 5G. Again, something else will be the success for him. And for Honorable Prime Minister, it was like, changing India to a good platform. Now that he has achieved it, he may be aiming for something else. So success is कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस. मैं एक छोटा सा एक पॉइंट हूँ इस पूरे ब्रह्मांड में. सो मैंने इतना कुछ हासिल नहीं किया. आई हैवंट अचीव्ड मेनी थिंग्स, बट यस, I feel good. When I woke up in the morning, I feel a positive energy. Yes, yesterday was good. I have done something good, and people were happy, for, whatever my deed was there, and it was good for the student, it was good for the society, it was good for my neighborhood, and my family is also, happy with me, and I am also happy with myself. That is an important aspect. I am also happy with myself, as a person. What I feel, yes, I feel so good. I'm, smoothly moving. And if you
Correct.
call it success, this is my success.
Definitely, it is, and really, success is to everybody is different aspect of whatever they
Yes.
achieve. So, any message or advice you would like to share with our audience?
Yes, thank you so much for patience listening. First of all, audience, if you have reached this level of our YouTube, channel, and I would like to say that if you have actually given it to a thought process, whatever I have said, it's not something which is written in the on the website, or I read some few books, or I have listened to some godmans and I'm doing the blah blah. It is something which I have gone through.
Correct.
These experiences I have lived on. These experiences I have went through. I took the pain to experience it. I took the time and energy and money to experience it. So be good, be positive. Ultimately, when you reach 50 or 60, you will feel the same kind of thoughts which I am feeling right now, that yeah, I have wasted my time unnecessarily. Had it been for the good of some societal deed, or myself, my family, don't forget your family. My message is that whatever you want to do in life, your success, your job, your profession, but first of all, just look at your family. And if you are able to make that level, same, what you say, yeah, work life balance. So if you can manage the work life balance with your emotional intelligence, basically, so basically what is happening, we are not emotionally intelligent. That is why we are wasting our time. We are doing all this kind of wastage. So don't do that. Your family, you matters. Then only you will go for the society.
Right.
That's it.
Correct. And that's really a wonderful thing you have shared with all of us. And these are really impactful. If you are like balancing your work plus your family life well, then it is the wonderful thing you are doing in your life. So that's a great one. And I must say it was an amazing insights, amazing knowledge sharing you have done with all of us. And the thing which you highlighted here in this interview about self defense to everyone, women and men both, is really an important aspect for all of us. We should learn it because you never know when you need it. So it's important to learn basically. And you have shared so many things apart from that, also your life journey, your experiences, which are really meaningful and very appropriate for everybody to know and understand. And this is a wonderful sharing of thoughts, ideas, and learning you have done today. And I'm really thankful to you. Thank you so very much, ma'am. It was amazing
Thank
having
you.
you here, and looking forward to
Same
talk
here.
about more such things again soon. Probably you have done so many things in life. We have so many things to talk about. Looking forward to it for the next session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Also, I will share your social media link so that people can be in touch with you, take your help and guidance wherever they feel like. So, guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you, and bye bye.